Hello, I'm Matt Whiteshield with Backdraft Books. For the past 23 years, I've been a firefighter paramedic, and for 20 of those years, I've worked a second job, a side hustle. Well, up till recently, that second full-time job just got to be too much and I had to step away. But I'm still working as a firefighter paramedic. In my time off, I picked up a new side hustle. Just like many of you, I've seen a reel on some form of social media that talked about selling on Amazon. I was hooked. So I started out with selling books. Used books have been tremendously easy to source. There's lots of resources out there to get used books, thrift stores, libraries, things of that nature. And it's not a tremendous cost up front. That's what led me into doing the used books to start into the Amazon FBA. Having a limited amount of capital to get started, I wasn't able to put $5,000, $10,000 into purchasing large quantities of items on retail arbitrage or wholesale or a distributor. So I had to find some other source of getting product to be able to list on Amazon to get myself in the door and get started. So used books wound up being a perfect avenue for me to get started in Amazon FBA. Now, when you begin selling on Amazon, you have the option of selling FBA or FBM. What does that mean? Good question. Glad you asked. FBA is fulfilled by Amazon. FBM is fulfilled by merchant. So what FBM means is you list your products on Amazon's website. Someone purchases it. You in turn now pack that item, get it ready to ship, print the shipping labels, put it on the box, get in your car, drive to the post office, and ship out that box. If there's any issues or any items that need to be returned, you have to handle all of it. Now, for me, FBA was a better fit, fulfilled by Amazon. I go sourcing my books. I get 30, 40, 50 books, pack them all in one box and send them to Amazon. Amazon places them in their fulfillment center. When someone buys one of my books, Amazon will pick, pack, and ship that book for me. I do nothing. I've already done my work. Now, if there's any issues, any customer service problems, any returns, sales tax, everything, Amazon handles it. Granted, I do have to pay a fee to FBA for that, but it's worth the money. The other reason I went with FBA was the idea of having, currently I have 600 items in my inventory on Amazon, 600 books sitting in my living room, guaranteed divorce. And you know what they say, happy wife, happy life. FBA definitely makes things more streamlined, makes things more efficient, makes things happen much easier. So that's why FBA was a choice I made. Now you got to figure out what works for you. Now, my second tip for you when you're getting involved in selling books on Amazon is get a good scanning app. You can utilize Amazon Seller Central, but it is slow, it's cumbersome, it does not do the job efficiently and effectively. There are a couple third-party apps out there. I know Scoutly is one of them, and I personally use ScoutIQ. Now, ScoutIQ is an app that when you go through, you scan the barcode of the book, or you can scan the ISBN number. It's going to give you a value of that book, selling it on Amazon FBA or FBM, whichever one you choose to do. And it's going to tell you whether that book is a good purchase or not, whether it's going to make you money. Because that's all that matters when we're talking about selling books on Amazon, right? Making money. The ScoutIQ app is going to help you be more efficient and effective in doing so. Going through these books, seeing what's a good purchase, see what you can make the most money out of reselling, and doing it as quickly and efficiently as possible. Because remember the old adage, time is money. Now, the third thing I would recommend is get a handheld scanner. I personally use a Natamu Bluetooth handheld scanner. It connects Bluetooth to my phone. Using the ScoutIQ app, I can go to the library, I can go through about 1,000 books in 30 minutes. The app, along with the scanner, as I scan the book, the app will give me an alert or a sound that will tell me whether it's a dud, move on, or if it's a good book that I could potentially resell, and to look at it a little closer. I don't always take that ding as being, boom, buy it. Sometimes you got to look a little further into it. Maybe the condition of the book is not that good. You're not going to get that full, very good price on it. You might only get an acceptable price, and that might be too low and not be worth the value of purchasing that book. So you got to do a little bit of work. The app doesn't do it all for you, but it does help make things go much faster. Because ultimately, the more books you scan, the more you find that are good to keep, good to sell, and you're getting more to feed the beast. That's what we call Amazon, the beast. You got to keep feeding it to keep making money. Now, once you get your books, you're going to have to list them on Amazon. Again, you can go through Seller Central. You can go one at a time, putting those books in there, finding the listing for them, and uploading your information for that book. But again, Amazon Seller Central is not the most efficient way to do this. There are a couple different third-party listing websites or apps out there. I believe Inventory Labs is one. Accelerlist is another. I personally use ScanLister. ScanLister is a very simple, easy to use software for me. I've not used any of the other ones, so again, I don't know how well they work. They might be just as good, but my Natamu Bluetooth scanner, I can connect to my laptop, scan the book. It goes right into my ScanLister software. From there, I rate the book, the condition, the cost, how much I want to sell it for, and it builds a list that I can send directly over to Amazon from ScanLister. Saves a tremendous amount of time when it comes to listing your books. So definitely, I recommend you go and get yourself a third-party listing software. Time is money. Can't say it enough. And the last thing I want to throw out there is set goals. For me, when I first started, I set a goal of 1 to 2 boxes per week being sent to Amazon. Now, in doing that, that means you're going to have to get out. You're going to have to source books. You're going to have to go through them. You're going to have to pick out the ones that you think are going to be the best to sell based on the algorithm of the ScoutIQ app. Purchase those books, package them, list them via ScanLister, and get them sent to Amazon via UPS or whatever shipping company you want to go with. Now, I started with 1 to 2 boxes. I was not as picky as I should have been initially. Some of the books that I picked weren't the best to resell, but I just wanted to get some inventory in. Now, as I'm learning more, I'm getting more efficient with it. I'm being a little more selective in the books that I pick. Trying to focus in on the ones that'll get me at least a $5 profit per purchase. Now you think $5 is not that much, but when you're doing $5 20 times a day, it adds up pretty quickly. So you got to keep sending in product. The more you ship into Amazon, the more potential you have to make profit. Remember, keep feeding the beast. Well, this is just a little bit of how to get started with selling books on Amazon FBA. I hope this helped a little bit in guiding you in the right direction, and there will be more videos to come. Just keep an eye out for them. Again, my name's Matt Whiteshield with Backdraft Books. If you have any questions, comments, radical ideas, send them over. Keep feeding the beast.